Hi there. I want to talk to you about how God is louder in silence. He is louder in silence. And it's interesting because a lot of times we may listen to music, it could even be gospel music or talk radio or what have you. I used to be like this. I don't know if you're like this, where you just constantly want to hear something positive, upbeat. You don't want to think about anything negative. You want to avoid the devil by creating noise, right? Positive noise. But what we don't realize a lot of times in that positive noise, whether it's gospel music, sermon even, or anything of that nature, sometimes it's harder for us to hear God in his authentic voice as he is trying to speak to us. And sometimes the distractions of even what we might think is a good thing is distracting us from what God wants to say in his raw form and truth. And so I want to share with you one thing that I've learned, and that is that God is much louder in our silence than anything that we can play or we can listen to or hear. Yes, God speaks to us rather through sermons, through other people, but that is never going to replace him speaking directly to us, giving us discernment to hear from him clearly. So my challenge to you is making sure that you are giving silence time in your life. That silence to be able to hear directly from God and his beautiful peacefulness, where you don't have to question, is it him or is it not who is speaking? I know for myself that silence, well, at the beginning it can be a bit uncomfortable if you're used to doing a lot, listening to a lot, being a lot of places, but it becomes quite more peaceful and provides that clarity that you may be looking for when we stop running from the silence and to the noise. And that is truly when we can hear God the loudest, when we have the courage to be silent. So I hope you've been blessed by this and that you take that challenge to meditate, to give God time to speak directly to you without using an intermediary that might get things right or wrong in that process. Have a blessed day. Give a like if you have enjoyed it or been blessed by it, and feel free to share with others.